Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be back on here with a new makeup tutorial on this glowy bronzy look. If you're interested, don't forget to subscribe down below before you leave and keep watching. So the first thing that I will be going in with is my Wander Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. You guys did hear me talk about this in my BoxyCharm. I have been using it non-stop since then and I love it. I honestly do. I think it gives you a really nice glow to the face. So I'm just gonna take a fair amount on my hands and put that all over my face just to give it an even base. And again, it leaves you like a really nice shimmer, and again, I really like. The next thing I will be doing off camera are my eyebrows, and I am going to be using this Milani pomade in the shade dark brown. And if you do purchase this, which I think it's a great purchase, again, very inexpensive, it does come with a brush with a spoolie on one side and the brush on the other side. So I'll be right back. My eyebrows are done. I did clean them up, and then I did put a layer of concealer also on my lid just to give it an even base. I did use the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Sand. Now, before I move on to my eyeshadow, this is just what I do. Don't mind the sun, it's going in and out. I am trying to record with natural lighting. I am going to go ahead and use my e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. And again, I've been using this for like maybe a week. I've had it for quite some time. I just, I go through other primers that I have, but I do like this, and this is the combo that I've been using lately, and I really, really love it. It does make my skin feel and look nice. So I'm just gonna do this, and the reason why I'm gonna do it is just because I really want it to settle into my skin. I'm gonna warm it up, and this will just go in my T-zone, wherever I have pores, and my forehead too. Moving on to eyeshadow, I am going to throw it back to a few years ago, and I'm going to go ahead and be using the Carly Bible times BH Cosmetics. This was a gift from my sister a few years back when we were really like into makeup and sending each other looks. I really love this palette, and for Christmas, I think like 2 years ago, she gave it to me. I love it. It has beautiful neutral colors, and then it does come with some blushes as well. So I am going to be using this just because I am at work and I just want to do like a natural, more like glowy look. So I'm just once again just setting my concealer. What I am going to be doing is I am going to be taking a Morphe M533 brush, a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to be taking this shade right here just to set my lid. You don't have to do this. I mean, I think it helps my eyeshadow stay into place and just apply smoothly. So that is why I'm doing it. I just want to add this color onto my crease, but very lightly. I don't want anything harsh. Like I said, I am at work, and I just want to add a little bit of transition into my eyelid. See, I barely picked up any product. That's fine. I rather do little by little than to have to fix eyeshadow, because that's honestly really hard. So I just want a light coat. You can see it's starting to come up. As you can see, it's just on my lid. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking this shade right here, which is one of my favorites, as you can tell, and I'm going to be applying that all over my lid. Now let me see. All over my lid, and I'm just going to wipe my finger on this wipey just to get it wet a little bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and come in with this eyeshadow. Just take this and blend the edges out. That is just how it is. Now I'm gonna bit of the Ace Beauty Glimmer Shadow that was on my October BoxyCharm, only because I feel like maybe it'll add a little more to it. We'll see, I don't know. Yeah, it's a little more vibrant, as you can see. So let's just go ahead and go in with that. Oh, yes. This definitely added a little more oomph to it. Do just a little bit easier, like two-step makeup that anyone could do. And honestly, don't let anybody fool you, because we all start somewhere. I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. I'm just freaking going with it. So that is honestly all that I'm gonna do to my. Moving on to the face, you guys already know the Fit Me Maybelline foundation in Dewy Smooth. I am in the color 120 Classic Ivory, and I'm going to be using a beauty sponge. I like to just always apply the foundation in the back of my hand and then just damp my beauty blender into it and go on in. Okay, now going back to the same concealer, the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, again, shade Medium Sand. And I only like to do one eye at a time because it does set fairly quickly, at least that I've noticed. So it's easier for me to just do one eye at a time. I do have some creasing just naturally, that no matter what concealer I use, I still crease. And I like to take the leftover from one side and just put it down here on where I would usually apply concealer to brighten it up, but I don't want that much, so I'm just gonna take leftovers. Then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. So that's what it's looking like. I did go ahead and put a little bit of concealer down the middle of my nose. I do not contour because I am not a professional contouring person. However, I do add later on bronzer. And then I don't really add concealer up here in my forehead. I just take whatever is left on my beauty blender and I do that. Next up, again, I am gonna go in with my usual favorite, the Airspun in the original formula loose powder. Now lately, what I've been doing is that I've just been tapping a little tiny bit onto the lid, and I don't set my face so much. And the reason, again, why I do this is because I do just want like a lightly set of powder underneath my eyes, nothing too heavy. So, you know, but before I go in, I am going to go ahead and again make sure that there are no creases underneath. That is very important. I mean, like I said, I just naturally have creases underneath my eyelids, but that's what I like to do. And then just lightly, you know, you don't see a lot of powder. You just want the bare minimum. That's all I do. Just take the remainder that's on my beauty blender, that's almost nothing, and I pat that on the rest of my face, really. Next up, I am going to go ahead and apply my lashes off camera, but I am going to be using these Kiss Lashes Wispy Blowout Lash. I have been rocking these pretty much for a while now. As you can see, it does come with a pack of 5, and I've been using them. I've been going through them, so I will be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Wet n Wild bronzer, and I am using Sunset Striptease. I am using the little bit of a darker shade because my other shade, as you can tell, I've hit pan. It's a little more on the goldy side, although I might mix the two. We'll see. Let's see what this one does, which is Ticket to Brazil. This one is my all-time favorite, and I am going in with this Eco Tools brush. Number has faded, so sorry. And again, I don't contour, I just bronze up my face. That's kind of like what I like to do all the time, and I like these because they have a little bit of a gold tint to it. I do use also the Pretty Vulgar when I'm trying to be like more precise with my bronzer. And then I just like to take it all over the place. And since it is a lighter color, look at my hair. Since it is the lighter color, I don't mind going in with a heavy hand, as you guys could tell a little bit. Look what that just does to itself. And again, what I'm going for is a bronzy gold little situation. So under eyes are still doing very good, and so I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a little bit of this Striptease color and kind of focusing this more on the outer part of my face, just because I want to keep that glow towards the front. This is the part that I like to do, is I take very little and just kind of dust it off, and I use this to like contour my nose, but again, I'm no pro, so I'm not really contouring. And I do like it because I have a fat nose towards the front, so I just take it on the edges like that. Let me see if you can see it, and I feel like it honestly does a difference in like shading it, coloring it. You see it creates like a little more of a line. I am just gonna go in with my blender, and I do this towards the end just to bring everything together. And there you go. That is how I elongate my nose. Again, I'm not a pro, so if you find better tips out there, let your girl know, because I'm with it. So that is pretty much all I do. Now the next part is going to be my highlights. We are going in with the Tarteist Pro Glow palette. It's been through it, clearly it's been through it, but it's one of the most beautiful palettes I've seen, and it does come with bronzer and blush, but I usually just stick to using the highlight. And again, this did come in with my BoxyCharm, which I'm so excited because I'm waiting for my September box, because I've seen some reviews and I'm just like, damn, I wonder if I got that. Squirrel. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix these two shades, and then I am applying this with a, what kind of brush is this? A Moda brush. I actually really like it. And as you can see, it just adds more, I don't know, I just love it. I love highlight too, even if I'm not wearing anything on my face. I do usually just go in with, you see no highlight? Highlight. I do usually like to just go in with a primer to smooth out my face and highlight. Do like to do it on my Cupid's bow. Again, it doesn't have to be anything harsh, but that is the look that I'm going for. And then I am going to go ahead and take this brush, which is a e.l.f. blending eye brush, but I like to use it for highlight. I like to use it for the inner corners. I am just gonna go with the inner corners. I'm gonna go with this gold highlight color right here and apply that in my inner corner, just to brighten up the eye a little more. You see, that adds a lot to it. And then I'm also gonna take the same brush and apply it underneath my eyebrow. I used to never do any of these steps, but as I've done a little bit more makeup, I absolutely love it, and I feel like it does honestly make a difference. So I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna take the brown shade that we used in our crease and just apply it underneath her eye and just buffing it down. A little more on the other side. And there you go, just a little something. That's it. I'm just gonna go ahead and curl my eyelashes really quickly. And when I curl my eyelash, best eyelash curler, by the way, Equate, I believe that's how you pronounce it, at Walmart. And not every Walmart sells it, so you need to grab one, and trust me when I say it's one of the best eyelash curlers. I just like to curl my eyelashes up a little bit. And look at the dramatic effect that it does on your lashes. I feel like that just brings the whole look together, and this is what I've been using on my vlogs that I've had friends ask me about. And with blush, I am gonna go in with this stippling brush from Begginer, which is the Amazon brush kit that I got for Christmas, and I absolutely love it. And I am gonna go in with this Anastasia Beverly Hills quad palette, and look at that quad. It's beautiful. I am trying to go in with this a little bit more orangey to go a little bit more with the look, and very lightly just towards the back of my cheeks. I don't really like to put a lot in the front because I feel like it makes my just cheeks stand out a little more. Very lightly. So I think I did a little more on this side, but yeah, there you go. Now for lips. I just wiped my lips down, and I decided that all I'm gonna go ahead and do with my lips is I'm gonna go in with this Victoria's Secret Gloss Bomb, and this is in the shade Irresistible, just to keep it a little glossy, but yet you could still, because like I said, I just want to focus everything else on the rest of the look. That way also, as I will be at work, I don't have to focus on like doing my lip liner again or anything of that sort. So this is the final makeup look. What do you think? I honestly think it looks really glowy, and I'm definitely loving the highlight. And I honestly think that those bronzers with shimmers do help out a ton. Let me know in the comments below if you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you did enjoy it, don't forget to subscribe before you leave and join my family here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.